this because I think it's easier to see it visually to kind of see what's going on. Because I think finding the center is easier that way. So I'm going to label or put things on my graph to kind of help me here. So the vertices, so -3, -6. Oops, I got little points on here. And then -3, 2. So those are my vertices. And then the foci go just like kind of above and below that. So I already know this is going to be a y² hyperbola, right? Because it's pointing up and down. But I should be able to tell where the center is. Now, if you can't eyeball it, remember, we did this the last time, where we can find the midpoint of these. Like if you don't want to graph it, you can do it that way, where the midpoint of -3 is going to be just -3, but the midpoint of -6 and 2 is going to be a -2. And that's going to be my center, so that's going to be my H and K. So there's our H and K. The tougher part is going to be finding the other value, and we'll talk about that in a second here. So let's get down what we have already, or what we know for sure. Now we know this equals 1. Which variable should be first? Y. Yep. Now remember, it's y minus k. It's going to be y minus a -2, so plus 2. Do I know either of the bottom numbers? Yeah.
16.
Yeah, I know this one underneath the y, because that's going to be 4, the distance between the center and the vertex is 4, so it's going to be 4 squared, which is going to be 16. So we're looking for A still. However, they told us the foci, what's it? Or sorry, we need the B, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. A is always first in this one, isn't it? Yeah, A is first. Yeah, we need the B, sorry. But they did give us this, they gave us the distance from the center to the foci, or we can find that. So that's 5. So what is that, technically? How will we use that? That's like our C value. So we're going to take the 5 as C. So 5 squared equals, now A squared we know is 16, plus we're looking for a B squared. Wait, it's not square root. It should just be 5, right? Sorry. Hang on, let me think about this for a second, or talk you through it, because I have you confused probably. So the formula is C equals the square root, and I was thinking it was, they already had the square root in there. So this should be 5 equals. So we're going to square each side. So it's going to be 25 equals 16 plus B squared. So to move the 16 over. And so we get B squared is 9, right? Yeah. So it takes a little bit more work to find that other value, but there's our equation then. And technically I didn't ask you to graph it, but you could if you wanted to, but you don't need to. We just need that big equation. So our hyperbola. All right, questions? Okay, I'll get you guys homework. I will give you the disclaimer that not everything on Practical Jokers is, you know, appropriate. So like if you go home and like, Mrs. Donahue told us to watch this show as a family, like just so you know, there's times where I'm like, I have to tell Mr. Donahue he's got to fast forward or skip a skit because it's slightly inappropriate. So